Tonight in this documentary, we're gonna show you what it looks like inside a club. Okay, so now we are entering. We're going up the stairs. You can hear loud music already. In front of me, there's the bar. And looking at the bar, okay, I see the bartender, all the alcohol, the waitresses. There's lots of food. Loud music. Very loud.
Once again, we got Modified T-shirt right now, Jason Fury, Rockets and Eyes, Yogi Jail. We also got MC Kicks in the building. Yeah. Get your hands up, come on. Get your hands up, let's go. Get your hands up. Get your hands up, come on. Get your hands up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up, let's go. Everybody, get your hands up.
How does peer pressure affect you in doing drugs and drinking alcohol?
Bilang isang estudyante, lahat naman tayo may kanya-kanyang grupo ng tropa. And ang epekto ng peer pressure is napipilitan tayong mag-hangout sa friends natin na may mga vices. So, parang nakikiride tayo sa kanila to fit in with the group. So, naapektuhan din yung health natin and yung behavior natin.
Does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect on every individual?
For me, yes. Kasi yung Senate bill and yung consequences ng doing drugs and drinking alcohol, nakakasama siya sa health ng bawat tao. So, what happened is yung mga tao na may vices, usually napapatigil sila sa mga ginagawa nilang masama, and yun.
How can drinking alcohol and taking drugs help or affect every individual? Does it help teenagers to feel better?
To be honest, uminom din ako ng alcohol, pero hindi palagi. Pero for me, it helps us to forget our problems, to have fun sometimes, and at the same time, it does not have a good impact on our health. So,
Do users and drinkers think of the consequences and the bad effects of every individual today?
For me, no. Kasi ang iniisip lang ng mga drinkers ng alcohol and users of drugs is to have fun and to hang out with friends. Di nila masyado iniisip yung kalagayan nila and kung ano yung mangyayari sa near future.
How does peer pressure affects you in doing drugs and drinking alcohol?
So, as a student, maraming kaming dinadaanan na problema, hindi lang sa eskwelahan, kundi sa family problems. And as you can see, as students, dumadaan na kami sa point of change, which is adolescence. So, marami kaming obstacles na dinadaanan. So, maraming problema na nangyayari. So, we tend to drink and party and have fun with friends.
Does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect on every individual?
So, drinking alcohol, mga estudyante kasi, usually, umiinom sila, underage pa sila. So, usually sa government, sinasabi is parang, yung mga underage, syempre hindi pa pwede uminom. At saka, alam naman natin na masama naman talaga uminom. So, pangit yung dating sa parents at saka sa mga ibang tao na kabataan ka pa lang tas ganito na yung ugali mo. So, yun.
How can drinking alcohol and taking drugs help or affect every individual? Does it help teenagers to feel better?
Of course, sa lahat naman tayo, masasabi natin yung mga experience na umiinom, lahat tayo, dumadating sa point na nag-give up na tayo eh. So, yung last resort natin is uminom na lang, tapos magpakasaya, at saka pagka umiinom ka kasi, mas nakikita mo, mas nafe-feel mo yung enjoyment, di mo naisip lahat ng problema sa buhay mo.
Do users and drinkers think of the consequences and the bad effects of it in every individual's body?
Of course, but each and every one of us disregards those kinds of rules. So we just have fun and drink. That's all.
Peer pressure affects you in doing drugs and drinking alcohol.
Sa sarili ko kasi alam ko yung mga limits ko. So kapag na-influence ako ng mga barkada about sa drinking alcohol, so minsan inaano ko rin. Parang binabalance ko din na wag sumama or yun.
Second, does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect on every individual?
Meron. Siyempre, mas nakakabuti yung susunod yung mga rules. Ayun.
Next is, how can drinking alcohol and taking drugs help or affect every individual? Does it help teenagers to feel better?
No, kasi hindi naman talaga helpful ang drugs sa mga tao, lalo na sa mga teenagers kasi nakaka-distract din yun, nakakasira ng buhay yun ng isang tao.
Last is, do users and drinkers think of the consequences and the bad effects of it in every individual's body?
Oo naman, syempre bago magawin ng isang bagay, kailangan isipin mo muna kung ano yung mga consequence na pwede mangyari sa'yo in the near future.
Does peer pressure affects you in doing drugs and drinking alcohol?
Friends?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Siyempre, mahirap pag peer pressure kasi lalo na kapag mga kaibigan mo makakaano sa'yo. Mas madali kang ma-peer pressure kapag mga kaibigan mo. Masyadong yun.
Second is, does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect on every individual? Does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect on every individual?
Oo, nakaka-apekto yun sa sarili, syempre. Alcohol, lalo na pag drugs, pag na-addict ka sa drugs, syempre maapektuhan yung buong pagkatao mo. Mag-iiba yung habits mo and yun. Maapektuhan talaga yung utak mo, yung mga ginagawa mo, mag-iiba. Yun.
Next is, how can drinking alcohol and taking drugs help or affect every individual? Does it help teenagers to feel better?
Sa umpisa syempre mafe-feel mo yung betterment ng tinitake mong drugs o kaya alcohol. Pero pag na sobrahan na, yun yung masama na sa katawan. Mag-iiba yung personality mo, yung pakikitungo mo sa ibang tao. Yun.
Last is, do users and drinkers think of the consequences and the bad effects of it in every individual's body?
Siyempre sa umpisa hindi mo maiisip yung mga bad effects. Try ka lang ng try. Pero pag naramdaman mo na yung epekto nito sa'yo, dun mo lang ma-realize.
How does peer pressure affects you in doing drugs and drinking alcohol?
Nakaka-affect talaga sa akin, lalo na yung from the word itself, peer pressure. Napapressure ka talaga, lalo na kapag kasama mo yung mga tropa, kaibigan mo, pinipilit ka nila gawin kung ano yung mali, pero alam mo naman sa sarili mo ano yung tama. So, malaking, pero
Second is, does the Senate bill and the consequences in doing drugs and drinking alcohol has an effect
on every individual?
Yeah, syempre, malaking effect yan. Makakaroon ang effect niyan lalo sa mga users, mga mahilig pumarty, mga teenagers na nag-alcohol and the drugs. Maapektuhan talaga sila, lalo na yung health nila, at saka maapekto din yung mga magulang nila dahil magiging overprotective ang parents sa mga kanilang mga anak.
Next is, how can drinking alcohol and taking drugs help or affect every individual? Does it help teenagers to feel better?
On doing drugs, I don't know that. Pero sa alcohol, may sense na yung parang cool ka, ganun ka, malakas yung dating mo dahil kaya mo yung uminom ng ganito karami. Tapos, part siya ng socializing, to be part of the group itself. So, it's a big factor lalo sa mga teenagers ang pag-iinom ng alcohol.
Last is, do users and drinkers think of the consequences and the bad effects of it in every individual's body?
For users that use drugs often, I don't think so because kasi parang nagiging pleasure na sa kanila yung pagkukuha ng drugs pag i-intake ng drugs, so hindi na nila pinapakailaman ang kanilang health kung anong mangyayari talaga sa kanila sa susunod pang mga araw nila.